Hi, it's Mark here, Thursday, January the 29th, 7:51 a.m. Eastern. That's 12:51 p.m. GMT. US session about to get underway. Let's have a look how the market's shaping up this morning, starting as always on the dollar index after a very strong uh, downtrend sell-off, which we've seen from last week. Bit of a fight back yesterday by the US and looks to be trying to continue that fight back today. Hasn't made much progress, but hasn't been sold off either. Small green candlestick, and the close right now sitting pretty much at yesterday's close. I've got support at 95.84. I've got resistance at 96.29. We'll see if US fightback can continue, if buyers can test break above today's intraday resistance level, above this 96.29 and higher, or if we get a return to dollar weakness, US dollar being sold off, continuation of this downtrend, and sellers look down at the 95.84 support level. The S&P 500, there you see the green candlesticks have been in place since last week. Definitely an overall demand for US equities and equity markets looking solid. With the S&P yesterday, an intraday record high, we saw that at 7,042, gave that up by the end of the day, ended up with the doji-like candle, gapped lower to start, and now showing some strength, some demand. Bear in mind, we're in the futures market for now, hour and a half until Wall Street opens up. But so far, after gapping lower, has made up those losses. And I've got resistance at 7,029, above that all-important 7,000 level. I've got support at 6,989. We'll see where the buyers can continue with the uptrend demand for equities, particularly the S&P, and if buyers can get up to yesterday's high or higher. Gold, which is just the most fascinating rally that I've certainly seen in a very long time. We've had massive days yesterday, well over $200, a gap higher to start today. So yesterday's close, 5,415. Today's open, 5,509. Tested a little lower, but buyers, of course, have stepped in again. I've got resistance and a new all-time record high at 5,595. Gap higher and added to that slightly. There's the green candlestick. We'll see whether buyers can continue with this, maintain above this 5,400 level, about 5,538 we're seeing now. And next target on the upside would be 5,600. So just continued demand for the safe haven commodity. No stopping at this point. The two considerations to take into place, I think, would be, and from a selling perspective, the extremely overbought technicals with RSI sitting. I'll just put it in so we can see the level today. Relative strength index sitting at 91, which is really a real extreme, bearing in mind that the reading of 70 is generally an overbought signal. So way above that, and at some point an expected bout of profit taking, but at this point it's all up, and the uptrend very much in place for now going into the US session. Let's have a look at Brent oil. Strong uptrend in Brent oil, particularly over the last 3-4 days. You can see that today, adding to yesterday's strong rally. I've got support at $67.50. I've got resistance at $69.30. We did say that buyers would be looking up at that $70 level, and that's what we're seeing. Slight pullback after reaching this resistance level. We'll see where the sellers do add to the losses and add to the slight sell-off we've seen, or if buyers continue what we with this uptrend demand for oil, and whether they approach again this resistance at 69.30. Strong oil to start again today. Let's have a look at Bitcoin. And Bitcoin downtrend remaining in place over the past 3 days. We did see Bitcoin trying to fight back yesterday, kind of doji candlestick, couldn't progress higher than the 90,000 level. And then today, a sell-off from that 90,000 level. I've got resistance 89,300, and I have support at 87,500. Buyers looking to get above and maintain above that 90,000 level. Sellers looking to test and break below the 87,000 and to look lower. Overall bearish feel to Bitcoin, I feel, and limited demand at this point. Good trading, keep that discipline, and I'll see you at end of day session.